Hey Capricorn, welcome to your reading for February 2022. My name is Shay. Let's go ahead and hop right in. What does the zodiac sign Capricorn need to know about February 2022? What will my Capricorns experience in February 2022? Okay, the Queen of Cups came out in reverse. Let's see. What does Capricorn need to know about February 2022? What does the zodiac sign Capricorn need to know about February 2022? There's a Two of Pentacles. It did do a little flippity flop, but let's see what else we get. Clarity. What does Capricorn need to know about February 2022? Ace of Swords in reverse. Oh, if I can get it. Ace of Swords. Two of Cups in reverse. What do my Capricorns need to know about February 2022? What does Capricorn need to know about February 2022? What are my Capricorns experiencing? What is Capricorn experiencing in February 2022? Ten of Wands. What is Capricorn experiencing in February 2022? What does Capricorn need to know about February? Thank you. Okay, there's Death in reverse, and then there is the Three of Wands upright. Okay, I'm not going to pull another one, but I am going to keep that. Capricorn, this reading is interesting because there's very much so, like, whatever it is that you're working on or that you're going towards, there's definitely this need for you to keep on pushing. But I almost feel like there's some areas that you're pushing a little too hard in, okay? And I think this may be in your romantic relationship. So whether it is you're trying to force something that doesn't work with someone specifically, and or you're pushing too hard about what it is that you want, and that's just kind of causing a little bit of like emotional distance between you and someone else. Either because you're not expressing what you want enough, or you're overexpressing where it's almost like it's my way or the highway kind of energy. And that's causing some distance between you and someone, and or just in general. Some of you may not feel heard or seen, or like whatever it is you're doing is worth doing as well. There's a need to kind of balance and find like harmony in multiple ways in your reading. Like for some of you, it's like you're putting every single thing in for something, or you're like not doing anything at all. It's like the smallest inconvenience and you want to quit. This is what I'm seeing for some of you. It's almost like find a balance of both. Of course, know when to stop, know when to quit, know when to take a break, but also like it doesn't need to be all or nothing. You don't have to run yourself into the ground either. There's also some clinging going on, clinging to things that kind of need to go, again, with that balance. So if you find yourself in a position in February where it's like something has to change or something is going to change, like I keep picturing somebody who's kind of going out with a little bit of a tantrum. They're a little bit like making a whole fuss because they don't want things to change, or they don't want things to have any kind of effect on their life besides what it's having. So it's like, understand that is a part of your growth. Understand that it's part of expanding and your life getting better. If something changes, someone leaves, someone changes the way that they act or behave, that's really because it's supposed to happen that way. So don't try to like overwhelm yourself with thoughts of how to fix it and what to do. It's like you're almost blocking yourself by stressing about how the thing is supposed to go. And for some of you, I mean, in earth sign nature, it's trying to keep that stability and like, okay, this is what I know and this is what feels comfortable, so I want to stick with this. But it's like, okay, is it really progressive? Like, is it really getting you where you want to go, or are you just attached to the idea of it? Okay, let's consider that and think about that in this month. Otherwise, there is a sense of growth. There is a sense of like you pulling it together at some point. I don't even think that you're like not together, Capricorn. It's almost like for some of you, it's going to be like you pull together like a thought, or you pull together like you might have been scattered in some area in your life and you pull together. I just saw very clearly someone needing to clean something. I don't feel like this is deep cleaning. I feel like this is like organization. So like if something's been kind of scattered for a while, it is the source of your anxiety. So you kind of pull it together. You may discover where it is that you want, what you want to do next, things of that nature. It starts making sense at some point. As far as that situation goes with that other person, I'm getting something like, this could very potentially be like a separation for some of you, but I don't really get that. I just feel like there's some sort of like emotional distance that goes on. And it's almost like somebody is not being as present. So it's like another person is getting really like upset about the lack of presentness, I guess is what I'm picking up. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify that. What does Capricorn need to know about their love and relationships in February 2021? It's the juicy part, right? What does Capricorn need to know about their love and relationships in February 2021? Make it clear. What does Capricorn need to know about their love and relationships in February 2022? Okay. If I said 2021, I'm so sorry, y'all. I promise you the cards knew what I meant. Okay, so we have Who's Walking Who? Wicked and Skater Girl. I'm gonna go ahead and grab one more for the sake of it. Clarity. One more card. What does Capricorn need to know about February 2022 in their relationships? Whoa. Island Time, Hello, and Mall Cross. See, I asked for one and I got like 2 extras. Okay, I'm gonna keep these 2 just kind of handy dandy. But again, back to that Who's Walking Who. This talks about like control and someone having control issues and someone's kind of being overwhelmed. So some of you may feel overwhelmed in your relationships in February. Some of you may feel led on. Maybe you're leading someone on. Specifically, I think for half of you, it may be a sense of being overwhelmed, whether you're trying to come up with solutions or whether there's a lot of stimuli in your social life, like with other people. And it's almost like you kind of need a space to kind of release that, but you don't have the space for that all the time. And for others of you, it is a sense of somebody controlling the situation. I get very strongly that you're either keeping somebody at an arm's length or somebody's keeping you at an arm's length. You're trying to control the situation. At least that's what's coming up here, is that it's coming from a level of control. Yeah, I'll get back into that. And then we also have with Wicked, mischievous, naughty, harmful, dangerous, false portrayal, lie, cheat, and beware. So I just heard very clearly, for some of you, someone's behavior is like pulling up past trauma. So just, it's not really something that they're doing or something that they're saying. It's more so like the way that they're behaving is causing you to feel defensive. And so you're kind of like in this space where it's like, I don't trust them. And for a lot of you, it's distance. They are, like I said earlier, they're taking too much distance from you, or like they're moving kind of funny. And so you're kind of like a little afraid. Take a step back. Like for some of you, it is going to be a solve of like listening to music and kind of finding ways to soothe yourself. Like I said, getting yourself an outlet, because then it'll become clear to you that it's not what you think it is. For some of you, it's just suspicion, and you may need a little bit of time apart so that you can see it clearly, because I think you might be too up on something. I just heard for somebody, you're being very aggressive in your approach. Like you may think it's simple, you may think it's just you being direct, but whoever's on the receiving end of this, it's very much so like Tyson to them. They can't, okay? They cannot take it. All right, and then we have Skater Girl, skating a long, balanced outdoor date, letting things slide, adaptable, quickly, seamlessly. And this is kind of the message that I've been getting for you the whole reading. You need to be a little more adaptable, or maybe someone is being more adaptable to a situation that you have going on. I mean, to call it frank, loosen the reins. Okay, if you feel like you just got an attachment on what's happening and what this person is doing and what that person is doing, like you kind of got to let go a little bit, because either you're spiraling out of control with how the situation is supposed to go to a point where you're making yourself uncomfortable, or it's like it's unhealthily doing the opposite. You know, maybe this is someone else in your life. I feel like some of you are suspicious of someone, though. I really do. So you kind of need to take some time to yourself, okay? And then we're also talking about a pleasant surprise, maybe getting some gifts, going to the mall. So obviously that's a thing that you may be interested in doing this month, like kind of revamping your closet, I just heard for somebody. But there's also kind of like, okay, 2 messages. For some of you, you're back on on a prowl. And for others of you, you're going to get like an epiphany about a relationship or about a person that you didn't know before. Again, but only after you loosen those reins, okay? So let's go ahead and clarify your career and finances. What do smart Capricorns need to know about February 2022. What does Capricorn need to know about their finances? Ooh. Okay, period. I just heard you're going to have it all. That was very clear. A time for healing came out. New start is coming. New moon. Hold your vision. Fixed moon. And a win-win forecast. So there is a very like keep going message, especially with that Ten of Wands that came out earlier. Like just keep pushing through the pain. Like in this particular deck, it just talks about moving forward. So you could feel overwhelmed, you could feel stressed, but it's like what I think that was Steve Harvey that said it, or it wasn't Steve. I don't know who said this, but it's something along the lines of like, when you feel like you're in hell, don't stop in hell. That kind of thing. Like, I feel like if you feel like you're pushing or like you're really trying to chugga chew, get your finances right, like you gotta keep on going. It's not something that you can kind of like quit, or don't get almost complacent and lazy, which is completely out of your nature when it comes to money, Capricorn. But I also feel like if you find yourself like being like it is what it is, or maybe you just start overspending, because remember this small crawl, you know, like reel it back in. If you're sick, if you're tired, take the time. Like I said, island time. Like I said, hold your vision. Like there's a way to work-life balance. That's you this month. Work-life balance. There's a way to still get things done, but not have to like run yourself into the ground to do it. There needs to be a balance, whether it's a schedule, whether you keep a timer on yourself, whatever it is you need to do, Capricorn, do that. But I feel like you might be trying to like you're not carving out enough time to soak something in. You're not carving enough time in for that. But just know that everything that is happening, anything that's happening, good or bad, is to usher in some new stuff, new things into your life. Things are going to balance out. Like I said, you can have it all. I heard that very, very clear. Someone has a lack mind state, and they kind of just think that like it's either one or the other. I think like this, okay, back to that message. It's like you for some reason, you don't think that you could have everything. You don't think that there could be a balance. You think that it needs to be everything or nothing. And that's not true. That's not how it works. You can have it all. It's just a matter of getting clarity about what it is that you want. Like I said, clarifying your schedule, whatever it is that you need to do. So everything that's happening right now is not necessarily bad or like, you know, doomed. It's just going to take a little more time. Everything is going to boil down to patience and balance for you in the month of February in regards to your career. Some really beautiful things are carving out for you, Capricorn. It's just more so like how much faith do you have in it? How much willingness do you have in it to wait before you decide to give up on it, okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify. Let's see what you need to focus on. Sum up this message, clarifying for my Capricorns. What do they need to focus on in February 2022? What advice do you have for Capricorn in February 2022? What do they need to focus on? Dreams. Life purpose. Dream. I hear that really loud. Clarity. What does Capricorn need to know about February 2022? Oh my goodness. Okay. Lighten your load. Didn't we just say this? 10 of Wands. Very prevalent in your reading. Lighten your load. Spirit guide. And family. Okay. Period. So, dreams and life purpose obviously kind of line up, but there is this kind of call to pay attention to your dreams. If you do not keep a dream journal, I'm always suggest it. Keep a dream journal so that you can keep track of your dreams and keep track of the meanings. Do a Google search, whatever it is you need to do. I will be offering that service sometime this year. So, but definitely look up your dreams and see what's calling to you subconsciously. But also focusing on your dreams. I just heard this is stuff of your dreams. So it's like if it's something that you keep having a reoccurring dream about, it might be something you need to address. It might be something you need to incorporate, something of that nature. Even if it doesn't make sense, like looking it up will provide a lot of answers. Like I think dreamdictionary.com is a good site, okay? And then lighten your load, like we were talking about. This talks about two types of lighting your load, like actually getting something off of your chest, but also like delegating or taking things off your plate. Like I said, I genuinely don't believe, Capricorn, that you need to stop anything more than I think you need, aside from this control thing that's going on. But I do think that there is a sense of just needing to unburden yourself. I think you have a lot of burdens and a lot of things that you're taking on before anyone even necessarily asks you. Same with family and spirit guide. Some of you may have a spirit guide that is trying to contact you at this time through your dreams. I just heard very clearly. Or you just need to be okay with kind of getting into that mode of asking and talking to them. Some of you have a family member that is a spirit guide, someone that might have passed on. For some of you, they're trying to warn you about someone in the family. Not in a, like, they're trying to harm you kind of way. Like, I feel like they're trying to, like, there's some inkling that you keep getting about someone that's living in your house or someone in your family, and you haven't said anything or you haven't addressed it, but you kind of need to address it. For some of you, it's because of someone might be sick, and they're kind of like living this whole like I'm fine kind of life, and it's kind of like, no, you need to like do something about that. And for others of you, it's just more so like creating a better bond with your family. Okay, my love, thank you so much for watching this reading, Capricorn. If this resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe below, and follow me on IG for daily zodiac updates. I hope you are having an amazing day and an amazing February. I love you. Bye.